Hello everyone, Sugar Blood Batty here, giving you a Q&A. Earlier today, I posted on Instagram on my story about to give me some questions so I could answer them for you. And here we start. We're gonna start with Tony underscore base 04's response. And his response was, favorite metal band at the moment. There's many metal bands out there, but I would say I prefer Black Sabbath. I've always been really into Black Sabbath. It was probably one of the first bands I listened to. Other than Kiss, I love Kiss as well. You could check them out. They're amazing, and I personally love them. That was the only question for he had, so we'll go to J.Dasman's response. And one of his response was, what brand of lipstick do you wear and how long does it last? My brand of lipstick was Rimmel that I usually wear, and it's usually really good on holding up together. Stays on for all day if I don't eat, because if you eat it comes off anyways, but it's easy to reapply. Another question was, what's the weirdest thing you've ever accidentally stepped on? What I've ever accidentally stepped on? That's a good question. I would have to say that something I accidentally stepped on would probably be weird. It was one of those pin nails that you put on billboards, and it went right through my shoe, but it did not pierce me. I say that would have to be the weirdest one because it'd probably be the most painful. Alright, that's all the questions I have from him. We're gonna move on to Morons underscore XO's response. And he has quite a few here. He was very generous to give me some answers for my Q&A. His first one was, what anime world would you choose to join? I love that question because I love anime in general. My favorite anime has to be Tokyo Ghoul, Blue Exorcist, and My Dress Up Darling. But I also like Overlord and other stuff like that. But if I would have to choose to be in a world, probably be Overlord or Dance in the Vampire Bund. That one's one of my favorites too. One of the other questions is, if the zombie apocalypse was real, what's your first move? To be honest, I'd probably panic because I'm scared of everything. But that is a great question. The first thing I would do in a zombie apocalypse would make sure all my family is safe first. I feel like that's very valid. But I wouldn't know what to do afterwards, so there's your answer for that one. The next one is, describe yourself in a song. I listen to a lot of music to help me cope in general. I feel like a lot of people listen to music to help them cope. But my favorite song of recently would be, it's by Low Spirit. It's called Mind of Mine. It's really nice. You should check it out. I'll probably link it in the description below. But it's basically talking about a girl that's been through so much and she just keeps getting stronger from it. And I enjoy that a lot. The next question is, if you weren't an animal, what would it be? That's hard. I love animals. I have plenty of favorite animals like wolves, bats, cats, and stuff like that. I would choose animal I would choose would probably be a fox. I like foxes. They've always been really cute. Surprising enough because I love bats too, but I would rather be a fox. The next question is, if you can live anywhere in the world, where and why? That's hard. I would either choose Japan or Germany, or even Belfast. But I guess I would have to choose, because tattoos are a main thing and piercings are a main thing in Japan. I would probably choose Germany. It's part of my heritage. I'm part German, part Irish, and a few other things. But I enjoy the scenery of German culture, architecture of Germany, and everything that relies in it. So that would be where I would go, mainly because a lot of goths live there too. And I'd probably go there to enjoy it in general and also learn part of my heritage. Our next question is a little bit more specific. If you could be in Freaky Friday with someone of your choice, who would it be? That's hard. Personally, I don't have a lot of people that I know that I would probably swap bodies with. But the main thing would probably be my twin sister. My twin sister's always been by my side and always been there for me. She would probably switch bodies with me and be like, what the fuck is going on? I don't even know this person. This ain't my body. But we would probably figure it out. The next question. Spencer's or Hot Topic? That's a hard one. I always love being at both stores. But I would say personally at Hot Topic, I shop at more. I don't buy piercings there. I would prefer to go to Spencer's. They have a wider selection. But Hot Topic would probably be the main store I would go to. Next question. Celebrity crush. I don't have a lot of crushes. I don't like a lot of people. Politics are weird like that. But I would have to say it would in between of Andy Biersack, lead singer of Black Veil Brides, or Johnny Depp, because Johnny Depp is a god, regardless of what we say or do, right? So it would probably be one of those two. Next would be my favorite season. I love this. My favorite season is fall or autumn. I love fall mainly because of the weather. The weather's in between. It's not hot or it's not cold. It's in between. And the leaves turn a certain crispy red. I love that so much. Crispy red and brown and yellow. All these pretty colors. So that's my favorite season. Next question is 3 favorite YouTubers. I love this question. And I could promote other channels and do stuff like that. So my 3 favorite personal YouTubers would have to be Acid Pentagram Pizza. Her name is Mitzi. She has a channel here on YouTube. She does really well. She's been going through a lot, so that's mainly why I wanted to mention her too, because she's trying her best just to fit in this world just like everyone else. And she has pretty good videos about dyeing hair and piercings and a lot of ideas that I could get for my channel too. She's a big influence of how I started my YouTube channel. The second one would be Toxic Tears. She's a classic. She's a classic goth YouTuber. She has a lot of unboxing and Q&A videos. I personally love that a lot. She gets to show off what she's able to get and talk about her life and other stuff like that. And I personally enjoy that. I personally enjoy watching unboxings because I love getting new things in general. I feel like everyone does. And then Q&A, I'm doing one now. She's the one who inspired me to do a Q&A. And my third favorite YouTuber would have to be the most favorite of all time. Everyone knows him. It's Markiplier. His videos are always funny and hilarious, especially when he screams on the top of his lines. But it's always really nice to watch Markiplier, especially when you're having a bad day, because he could always cheer you up in an odd way. The next one is favorite book. Favorite book. I love this question. Not a lot of people know the book that I'm going to be talking about, but it's my favorite personally. And it's called The Chronicles of Vladimir Todd. And I love that book series. It talks about a teenage vampire kid that goes through high school as a half vampire, half human. People bully him, but he's also this prophesized vampire creation from his mom and his dad. He doesn't know his parents. at all. His parents both abandoned him when he was a kid, and he was left with his aunt to take care of him, or a nurse buddy, but he calls her aunt. And he learns out who his uncle is and who he loves throughout the story, and his growing prophesized abilities. It's a really good book series. And there's another one that lines up with it. I think it's the Chronicles of Vampire Slayer or something like that. That's the book that goes along with the series of Vladimir Todd. Definitely check that out. It's an amazing book series, and it won't disappoint if you love vampires. The next question is favorite quote. I have a few quotes in mind, mainly probably from bands and an alternative rock and stuff like that. But my first favorite one would probably be from Andy Biersack, is life gives you enough scars. You don't need to manufacture your own. And I love that because I dealt with a lot of that when I was growing up as a struggling kid with divorced parents and stuff like that. It was a main thing that helped me push through a lot of things. It helped me get over self-harm and other things that was oppressing factors of my life. And my second favorite quote would be, wrists are for bracelets and not scars. That's another main thing that comes in with the thing I just talked about. But other than that, those two are my favorite. I can't choose. And then the next question is, what's your favorite genre of music? I love this. I listen to just about anything. I'll listen to any song you pull up on the radio, Spotify, anything. I'll listen to anything. But my favorite genre is alternative rock. I grew up listening to classic rock and metal, but I think my favorite would be alternative rock. Especially with Low Spirit. Low Spirit's been an artist that I've really been into lately. They're really good. Another one is the Birthday Massacre. Birthday Massacre is amazing. They're really good music. It's a female lead singer, and they sing really well. Okay, next question, sci-fi or fantasy? To be honest, I've always been a fantasy person over a sci-fi, but I do like sci-fi, like Star Wars and Star Trek. But I prefer fantasy. I grew up with reading books about dragons and swords and shields and maidens and warrior princesses. And I also grew up playing Skyrim. Skyrim was always the main thing that helped me get my mind off the pressures of the world, helped me cope with everything going on, and I absolutely loved it. I love that game. I'm hoping they make an Elder Scrolls 6 soon. The next question is, what's your favorite food? My favorite food, I have a few favorite foods. In general, I feel like everyone has a couple, but I would have to say my favorite would have to be potatoes. I love potatoes. French fries, mashed potatoes, anything you could make with fries, they're scrumdiddlyumptious. And I think that's all the questions I have for today. Thank you for watching. I will put the tags that they have in the description below. Thank you for watching. I appreciate all you guys for watching my videos. They're random and weird, but that's okay. That's how it goes. But I'll put everything in the description below that you need to listen to or hear or even see. Thank you guys for watching. Thank you all. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want to join the channel, the Batsy channel. Thank you so much.